Okay guys, after a lot of Googling, I am going to give you guys one idea. If you want to go a different direction, it won't hurt my feelings, but I feel like there's a way to scale this one project for all 3 classes, so I'm not doing a ton of research for you guys, but I will start with Kira and Tina's class. So my idea is for everyone to get a piece of cardstock and you to tell your students to fold that cardstock randomly, however they want. They can fold it in half, they can fold it this way, that way. Just give it a good fold a couple times and kind of create these indentations. They will then take a marker and kind of make a mark inside those indentations. And the idea is that they're going to kind of make their own self-portrait in like Picasso style. And then you could do different ways. You could choose how these faces are going to look. Or you could have them come up and roll a big dice. So, let's say the first thing the class was going to pick was, the face shape. So I can roll the dice and it's a 5 face shape. So Mrs. Nelson, you could go to the board and say, okay, everybody, we're going to draw a face shape like this. Okay, and then you could have someone come up and roll the dice again. For the eyes, it's a number 6. So that eye looks like this. So you could say, everybody draw your dot. And looks like a little treble clef. I think that's what it's called. You could have them roll again or at their table. It's another 6. So the other eye would look like circle. Some eyelashes. And the 4th roll would be the nose, which is a number 2. So it looks like 2 straight lines, 2 dots, and a little check mark. Say for the mouth is a 4, so it looks like these funny little lips. Oops, I kind of messed it up, but so will they probably. And then it looks like we have these teeth. And then the ear would be 5, so it would look like a butterfly wing. And then the second ear would be a 6, which is also, oops, sorry, I'll do the 5 because it looks like I did the wrong thing. And then at that point, they have their self-portrait. They can add hair. If it were me, I would add some squiggly lines from my curly hair. And then I feel like the easiest way to color this would either be the tempera sticks, or we could give students, I feel like there's so much drawing in this that I'm not like super upset about it being paint that they work with. But then the idea would be to kind of like paint it in these quadrants. That makes sense. I think it's obvious how you would scale it, like, Kira, if you just wanted to say draw something that looks like a shield, draw one eye that looks like, a circle with a dot. You could easily pick, the easiest shapes and have them just follow along with you and create their own Picasso self-portrait. And then just paint it in. And then for the older kids, they would obviously each have a dice. They could do it as a table, they could do it individually, but I think it would look pretty cool. If you don't want to do that, if you feel like this is too hard for the littles, or you don't feel like your students would enjoy it, please, you know, I know that we talked about stained glass as well. I think you could easily do this, you know, folded and make a stained glass. You know, you could do like an abstract stained glass where you folded it a bunch of different ways and then trace the lines. It's up to you what you think that your students would enjoy, but I think this could make a really cool thing, and it's a lot of practice with oils for littles or bigs. Okay, let me know what you guys think.